This book, where Yogi Bhajan was really into astrology. I used to take him to these pundits in Los Angeles. I was in security for Yogi Bhajan for years. And here's where he writes, he does drawings of each of the astrological signs in this book. And you can see here, there are several pages of it here. I won't go through every page. But anyway, that's completely against the Sikh head, is doing this astrology. We put our faith in Gurbani, and we put our faith into the City Guru Granth Sahib, and not into pundits and astrologers and Hindu ceremonies. So again, Yogi Bhajan is all into this tantric sexual yoga, and it's very dangerous. It's a gateway, this kundalini yoga, into these un-Sikh-like activities. So don't let your children go to these things. The SikhNet people may at first sound really Sikh-like, and they may just say, oh, this little exercise we'll do and things like that. But it gets people more and more into this tantric sex yoga, and it gets more and more like an illicit drug almost. People get hooked on it. You get high. I call it kundalini crack. And so I was really hooked on it. You get this charge, this energy, this thing like that. But it's completely against Sikhism. I just saw an article in the Daily Mail that was sent to me about this kundalini yoga teacher who's teaching how to have more orgasms. It's just disgusting, actually. And she says that she has 11 orgasms a day doing this kundalini yoga orgasma exercises and meditation and mantras. It's just totally against Sikh teachings. So I want to warn the Sikh parents to stay away from this stuff. I want to read a few more things here about how Yogi Bhajan violated the Sikh head. And ask these questions here when you go to this meeting there at the Khalsa Youth Camp here in Yuba City. These are 14 points and tough questions for Sikhs to ask SikhNet and Yogi Bhajan Kundalini Yoga followers at Khalsa Camp in Yuba City. The following is a list of statements, all of which are true. After you read each statement, ask yourself the question, who has distorted Sikhi? Yogi Bhajan taught that you had to make a connection with a living spiritual teacher. Yogi Bhajan taught that you should meditate on his photograph. Yogi Bhajan taught that the reason the Sikhs wear turbans to adjust the plates in your skull and thus regulate your electromagnetic energy. Yogi Bhajan taught that the reason that Sikhs wear kacha is that the pressure of the kacha on your thighs stimulates your liver. Yogi Bhajan taught that you should have a photo of the golden idol of Sri Chand that is outside the Gurdwara in Espanola in your home. And I've made quite an issue about this, how Yogi Bhajan followers worship this idol that's out there in front of the Yogi Bhajan ashram in Espanola. They have put it at his death place. They put garlands, donations to the idol. I have disgusting pictures of the 3HO people bowing and prostrating to this disgusting idol there in Yogi Bhajan's death place, even though Yogi Bhajan has told us not to participate and pray at the graves of dead people. But the 3HO people go ahead and do it anyway. So we need to wake our Sikh brothers and sisters up there in Espanola and the 3HO community and show them the real Sikh path. Yogi Bhajan taught that Gurmukhi is a magical, mystical language, and that by chanting, reciting, or singing, your tongue is pressing on certain pressure points in your upper palate, and thus certain glands in your brain are stimulated to secrete hormones, resulting in a kundalini high. So he taught all of these things to do these Gurbanis to get this kundalini high, which is against Sikh teachings. We don't go to Gurbani for that. We do it as a devotional worship as Sikhs. We worship one God, and we do a devotional worship in order to become close to God. Yogi Bhajan taught that an ansad was the ultimate kundalini experience. Yogi Bhajan taught that abortion was all right if it was done before the 120th day when the soul entered the womb. Now, this is completely false. Gurbani says, and I've looked this up and researched it, that the life of the child begins immediately on conception. Yogi Bhajan taught that he would take on all the karma of his students, and that the reason that he was so sick was that his students had a lot of bad karma. He definitely said this, I remember. Yogi Bhajan taught that he should name everyone not by consulting the Guru, but by using astrology and numerology. And even to this day, the 3HO people charge money to get a Sikh name by using astrology. And the way they market this and advertise this is that they are giving some special name that is attuned to you by your astrology. They charge $108. They say they take a donation, but it's really a charge. They say, how much would you like to donate now? And they give 108 as the minimum, I think. Anyway, so Yogi Bhajan taught that he could read auras and even read your destiny. So those are just a few of the un-Sikh-like things that Yogi Bhajan is doing, and the Kundalini Yoga teachers with SikhNet and the other 3HOers continue to do and teach at these Khalsa youth camps. I want to just talk a little bit about my book. I'm not trying to necessarily push my book, but I do think it's a very good read if people want to know more about 3HO and about Yogi Bhajan. It's very entertaining. There's about 40 reviews on Amazon which talk about my book, and it's only 99 cents there. It also has a lot of good information and an entertaining way to read about Sikh history as well. And if you just can't afford it, just write me and I'll send you a free copy of the book at Gursikh@hotmail.com, or you can just call me and I'll send you a free copy if you just don't want to pay for it. Okay. Thank you for your time. Wahe Khalsa, Wahe Fateh.